What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, before I get into this video, I want to give a big shout out to the brother David Bernard for the $10 donation to the channel via the Cash App. Alright, much respect to him for showing love to Too Raw for TV, aka Too Raw for Sports. Alright, so if it were not for the exploits of Matt Ryan and the Lakers blew this game, a lot of my fury would have been aimed at the strangely listless and out of sorts LeBron Ramon James yesterday. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with him. Maybe LeBron was dipping into some sugar walls shortly before the game. You can't do that, especially when you're 37 years old. Maybe when you're 22, 23, you got the energy to do that shit, but you can't be fucking two bitches and then come out and play a basketball game or NBA. It's not going to work. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with LeBron. But a lot of miscues for LeBron James down the stretch of this one. Now, the Lakers were able to prevail in overtime 120 to 117 to now have a 2-game winning streak and be 2-5 on the season. Now, of course, that's still a horrific record, but considering the way that we were projected this team to go, not winning even 30 games, I was of the opinion that this team had a lot of potential as far as on the defensive end, but I thought their lack of offense and their lack of shooting would be too much. But putting Russell Westbrook on the bench, having him be the sixth man, and having him buy into that was a stroke of genius by new Lakers head coach Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham, when the team was 0-5, look, man, they were in a very precarious situation. I can recall 10 years ago or so when the Lakers started off like 1-4. I think they were like 1-4 or 1-5. And I think they lost to like Utah or somebody. I can't remember exactly who it was. And at first, Kobe was saying the right things in the press conference, backing up Mike Brown. But they lost to somebody. It might have been like Utah. And he gave this look to Mike Brown at the end of that game, and you knew he was gone. And that next morning, it was announced Mike Brown had been fired. Kobe probably went to the front office and fucking went on a fucking rant. Get this nigga the fuck up out of here. But anyway, I mean, you gotta give it to Russell Westbrook. Yeah, he had 6 turnovers. Okay, he did. But with the other stuff that he does, that he provided, you can live with that. One of the things that you will notice about when Russ comes in the game is he provides a lot of not just, how can I say it? He's uplifting the team. Like when he comes in the game, his shot selection is so much better now. Okay, tonight he went 6 of 10, 60%. You can't get much better than that. He did go 1 of 4 from downtown, but he did hit a 3. He had 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 block. But the thing I like about Russ now is the shot selection and how him controlling the offense when he's in the game, he gets other people involved. And he also is getting people in situations where they're more effective at scoring. You know what I'm saying? And he's a terror in transition. He resembles to an 85% degree OKC Russ. Okay? OKC Russ in a smaller sample size is a good thing. Maybe not so much in an entire 48-minute game, but in a smaller sample size, it works. All right? And also I noticed that when Russ is in the game, the defensive energy ramps up. You know what I'm saying? With the Los Angeles Lakers. And Darvin Ham has these guys playing defense. It's a complete 180 from last year when they didn't play any fucking defense at all. They were just trying to outscore teams, but that shit wasn't working. They didn't play a lick of defense. Now, the Lakers are out there playing defense, partially because they got some younger guys now. And, to me, outside LeBron James, they have been pretty much consistent on defense. LeBron still at times stands around like a fucking statue. All right? And people can say, his age. I mean, look, you can't have it both ways, y'all. You can't sit up and say, oh, man, this guy's phenomenal. We never seen a guy do this before. Blah, 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 blah. But then when we criticize him, he's old. Well, Wizards Jordan was 40. Wizards Jordan was 40. He was playing on both ends of the floor. So I don't want to hear that shit. Shit, even Kurt Thomas. Remember Kurt Thomas? Kurt Thomas, I think, played until he was 42 years old. And Kurt Thomas was still giving effort on defense. So I don't want to hear that shit, man. Anthony Davis, 8 of 17 from the floor. Did not shoot any threes, which is a good thing. 20 points, 16 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 blocks. Look, AD may not ever be that guy that's going to put up 28 and 12 again. Maybe not. But considering that he's hurting, considering what you're seeing around the NBA, where you got all these fucking pathetic-ass players like Joel Embiid, I'm going to say it, Joel Embiid and Kawhi Leonard and some others who are just milking the fucking team, not fucking playing, and taking money, these disgusting motherfuckers, and they're going to cost the players during the next CBA. It's coming. Ben Simmons too. So at least we got to give credit to AD. He's out there playing, man. And not just playing, but playing well. MVP basketball? No. But he's playing well. LeBron James, I don't know what's going on with him. Age is catching up with him. 9 of 23 from the floor. 0 for 7 from three-point range. 2 of 4 from the free throw line. His surface numbers look good. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks. His on the surface numbers look good. But you know what? I hope LeBron James fans are getting their comeuppance. Because, and I keep saying this, I remember Kobe Bryant's last years with the Lakers, right? And LeBron fans were merciless with Kobe. He sucks. He needs to retire. He's hurting the team. His shooting percentage is horrible. And look, I kind of pointed these things out too. It was a hard truth. But with LeBron fans, it was like they were mocking this dude. But I was like, man, it happens to all these older guys. It happened to all these players. They stick around too long. Oh, I don't want to hear that shit, man. He's a bum. Well, so far this season, LeBron James, who's a 50.5% career shooter, this season is shooting 43.9% from the floor, and a January blizzard like 22.6% from three-point range. And yes, you heard me right. LeBron is shooting 22.6% from three-point land. Even though he's firing at well more than 7 a game. And LeBron James, in that fourth quarter, contributed largely to the Pelicans coming back in this game. Speaking of the Pelicans, want to give them a little bit of a shout out. CJ McCollum had 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. Trey Murphy III had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Jonas Valanciunas had 9 points and 10 rebounds. Zion Williamson, in the second half of this game, completely massacred LeBron James. At first, oddly enough, when Russell Westbrook was guarding him, Zion Williamson was being slowed, right? He was being slowed down. Here comes LeBron James, who's 6'9" and 280. Zion Williamson eats his ass up. Finishes with 27 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 11 of 21 shooting. Interestingly enough, when Russell Westbrook was guarding him, right, or as Skip Bayless calls him, West Bench, Zion hadn't shot any free throws. Zion finished 5 of 8 from the line. So LeBron James literally was going to lose this game for the Lakers. Also want to give a shout out to some of the bench players for the Lakers. Shout out to Austin Reeves, who, wait a minute. Austin Reeves, who had 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting from the floor. Of course, Matt Ryan had 11 points, 4 of 11, 3 of 9 from three-point range. The percentage may not have been great, but oftentimes it's when you make them, not how many you make. And Lonnie Walker, the fourth, this had to be the best game of the season for him. 28 points, 9 of 17 from the floor, 5 of 9 from three-point range, 5 of 5, it could be 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Lonnie Walker. Russell Westbrook was a +4 in the game. Let's see. Patrick Beverley was +7. I don't understand sometimes this plus-minus system because, I'm looking at Patrick Beverley. I know the numbers don't tell everything, man, but Patrick Beverley has not really been giving the Lakers much of anything. Maybe the turnovers hurt Russ with the plus-minus. But to me, Patrick Beverley has been a disappointment this year. He's been a big disappointment. And to be a starter in the NBA, let's see something here. To be averaging 4.6 points, 3.9 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 25.8% shooting, 19% from three-point range, a 7 PR rating. At some point, when is somebody going to say something about this? Because when Russ was shooting similar numbers to this, everybody was going in on this dude, and rightfully so. 25.8% from the floor, y'all. 19% from 3. 4 points a game. Now, I know he's not going to put up 20 points a game. I'm not talking about that. But this guy usually puts up 8, 9, 10 points a game. 4 points a game? See, it's not that easy playing in the spotlight, is it? It's easy to sit up there for some of these dudes on other teams and making fun of Russ or making fun of some of these other guys who play for the purple and gold who aren't playing very well, right? And I'm not making excuses for that, but it's easy to be playing for OKC and saying, "Oh man, that guy sucked, man. Oh do all these theatrics from the bench. But once you put that motherfucker on and you see how much attention is paid to you and that pressure builds, it's not so easy to make shots. It's not so easy to just play your game. You start overthinking and making bad decisions and shit. But yeah, Patrick Beverley gets on my fucking nerves, man, because the dude sometimes be above himself. Like, bro, you ain't a superstar. But anyway, it's a good win for the Lakers. They're 2-5 now, and you just gotta wait to see what happens. You know, you just got, if you're the Lakers, you just gotta take it one game at a time at this point, man. But tell me what you guys think.